Solo Leveling, Season 2, Episode 15. Still a long way to go. But how far? Let's talk about it. All right, Solo Leveling is one of my favorite animes thus far. This episode still a long way to go. We're finally back after the Red Gate, so this is stuff that I haven't seen. This is stuff that takes place after the movie. Again, the movie is roughly the first 2 episodes of season 2 and a recap of season 1. So, again, absolutely fantastic stuff. I love the way the recap was done. Again, that's the blueprint for doing recaps. That one right there. All right, so you got Jin-Woo and Jin-Hoo. They are completing a dungeon. They're talking, and Jin-Hoo is feeling a little useless because of the simple fact is that there is nothing for him to do. The undead warriors have arisen and pretty much take out everything. They even do all the mining and stuff for all the mana crystals and stuff that they need to collect to fund their operations and stuff. So literally, Jin-Hoo's just kind of there, and there's no to do. We end up seeing this mysterious guy in the next scene who's just kind of hanging out chilling. He ends up getting kind of taken away. But again, nobody really knew what the deal was with him. He's just kind of there. So it's like, we'll get more into that later. Come back to Jin-Woo and Jin-Ho. They're kind of chilling, having some barbecue, doing some little hot pot stuff. And basically, they end up clearing 19 raids, which was the original agreement that they had. So 19 raids have been cleared. Jin-Woo's got some traveling to do, so he'll be gone for about a week or so. And Jin-Ho's in his feelings because he's like, appreciate you, boss. Just let me know if I'm being a bother and stuff. Like, you probably don't need me anymore. He's drinking, he enjoys himself. And since Jin-Ho's in his feelings, like, I got a big brother who's like 10 years older than me. We never do nothing together, nothing brotherly. And Jin-Woo's like, you know what? I'll consider you as a brother. And that just made Jin-Ho light up. He's just like renewed. So at that, he's like, thanks so much, big bro. Like, he's really feeling it, which is great. Jump back to the foreign hunter that we see trapped. This guy's been trapped in a gate for 10 years and surviving while he's in there. And they're bringing Huang in to, I guess, interrogate him and talk to him and find out what's going on with this guy, where he come from, because they don't really have anything. They need a translator. All we know that his name is Il Huan Sung. Does that get you? Does that get your attention? So, with that being said, we cut back to Jin-Woo talking to his sister tomorrow. He's going traveling for a week. He'll be back, and he heads all back to the dungeon he was in before, kind of dealing with the Cerberus and all that. So he heads back to that dungeon, and he was like level 20 when he first fought Cerberus. Now he's 3 times that. He's sitting around level 60. And his mission now is when he goes in here is he has to collect 10,000 souls. There are demon souls wandering about. You need to collect 10,000 of them. And he's like, 10,000 souls. Like, yeah, I'm going to be here a while. He doesn't know if his provisions are going to run out or what's going on. So he's like, cool, let's get it. We just going to get into it. And that's what he starts doing. He starts, taking people out and collecting souls. And he's doing it himself at first. And after he gets to a certain point, he's most likely going to ramp it up. Cut back to Jin-Ho, who's back there talking to his father and talking to his father about the guild stuff. And he's like, I want to take over the guild. His brother, Jin-Sung, wants to take over the guild, but have somebody come in from the outside to run it. So that's not really sitting right with Jin-Ho. He's like, should be in a family. We should be able to take care of it. It shouldn't be an issue for us to do it. Why do we have to have him do it? And basically, the father starts going over everything that has happened. He agrees because of Jin-Woo. He's like, Jin-Woo was there during this incident. And he's literally listing off all the incidents that Jin-Woo was at and was able to survive. So he's like, if you can get him on board, we'll do it your way. But you got to get him on board. That's the key, because he recognizes his power and what he's capable of. If he's part of the guild, then that's going to give us notoriety, because he knows that the White Tiger and some other you are probably vying for Jin-Woo to join them at some point. So it's got to be figured out now. So we end up jumping back to Jin-Woo, who's still going through the dungeon. He ends up getting the Ice Bear pack leader showing up because he's tired of walking. He's been walking for a minute. So he's like, I'll ride him. And he ends up freaking riding on him. So now the pack leader has pretty much become his mount for that. He gave him a name, so he's named him Tank. That so he ends up pretty much just tanking through the guys as he's getting to the next area to keep going up floors. He kind of comes to the realization that this is going to be several floors, more likely like a 100-floor dungeon. So he's got to freaking take it step by step. He's been able to set himself up to, again, have more power. So it should be, I'm going to say a walk in the park, but, less convoluted than the way it was when he first came in the original time back in season 1. All right. It looks like we see Cha and Choi, I think it is. I'm better names. So the guy with the red hair, and then the S rank blonde female hunter, the short hair. She's in taking a swim, but she was also shown in talks with him because they're keeping the flying ants under wraps and trying to figure out why. So she's starting to kind of figure some stuff out and trying to figure out what's going on. We end up jumping back to Jin-Woo, and we see that he is dealing with the Lord of the Lower Floors, the avaricious Vulcan. So this is some big goblin troll-looking thing, red, 3 eyes, and absolutely fast, fast as all get out. And Jin-Woo is having to fight. He's doing things like calling for Iron Shield to block. So with that, again, toss with the shield, block, and keep going. He summons all his guys to hey, take out the lower ones. I'll deal with Big Boy. And that's just kind of how they're running it. And they're doing a fairly good job with taking everybody out with the magic users kind of blasting everybody from the rear. Because he has more intellect and more magic power, he's able to keep them keep them out for longer. He's able to make more of them. All this stuff is just benefiting his abilities to get stuff. And he's leveling up as he goes. So he's wondering what level am I going to be by the time I end here? If I'm starting this thing at 60, but I got to kill 10,000 souls. Hey, how far am I going to be along at that point? So again, this goblin thing is fast. This Vulcan is fast. It's able to anticipate his moves, and it reacts super quickly. It is not playing around. The only weak part seems to be his eyes, but eventually he gets in a clean strike after kind of dodging it into a building and gets a clean slice through the upper part of the body. It takes it out and ends up getting a world tree fragment. This is one of 3 items that he needs to create this elixir of life to save his mother. Because remember, that's the whole goal here, save mom. So we now cut to Huang, who is now interrogating the foreigner, and the foreigner's telling him yo, how much do you guys know about what's going on here? Because the dragons, the dungeons, the gates, the beasts, every creature, dragons, bears, whatever they come across, all this stuff is just the tip of the iceberg to what's to come. We're talking about world-ending event stuff. So he's letting them know, and in the process of letting them know, he's just yo, you need to start figuring this stuff out because things are about to get bad. So at that, and then basically we end up coming to the conclusion that yes, this is Jin-Woo's father, because he says my son is Jin-Woo, and Huang, of course, who's got a thing for Jin-Woo's your son's not gonna make it, but y'all can talk in the afterlife. I'm gonna do it, and then that pissed both of them off, and they're both powering up. So you see the red energy, you see the gold energy, and basically you see they're about to go into it, and then we cut to Jin-Woo, who is now just taking out Metis, Guide of Souls, defeated. This is now level 75. So level 50 was the Vulcan guy. Level 75 was a skeleton guy. Didn't even get up off the throne before he was taken out. And that allowed another piece to be collected and stuff. And that piece there was some kind of looks like potion or something like that. So then we cut back to Huang and stuff, and we see the entire area that they were in left in ruins, and Huang was defeated. He was straight up defeated, done, laid out, arm hanging, and we assume the foreigner is in the wind. That he's doing where Huang Sung is in the wind doing whatever he needs to do, probably to find Jin-Woo. We cut back to Jin-Woo and find out that the thing that he had got was the World Tree Fragment of 50 and the Spring Water of Echo Forest. So World Tree Fragment, Spring Water, Echo Forest are the things that he got that are going to help build the potion. He needs one more item. And then other items he acquired was the sphere. You got the sphere of avarice from the troll goblin thing. And then he got the necklace, like a skeleton necklace. The skeleton necklace, I think, does +5 to all stats. And then the sphere improves magic users. So his magic users have been firing from the back. They were kind of putting in work. Like now their stuff is improved. So they're able to do more damage, probably cast more spells, higher level spells, stronger spells, whatever the case may be. And he also got a mystery key. You don't know what this key opens, but he has another mystery key now. And that's kind of where everything leaves off with this episode. So it's like, yo, they are ramping up really good. Like I am fully invested in what's going to happen. What does this key go to? Is he going to be the good last fragment? Because he seemed like he was walking out, like he was done for the week. So he's going to come back for that last fragment at some point, whatever is needed to finish the potion, and then they'll be able to kind of go from there. But it kind of lets me know that definitely something's up with the father. Like, why was he in the gate for 10 years? What was going on? Was he a player as well? Was he being controlled by something else? Was he in there just trying to survive and get strong? Like, what's the deal with dear old dad? How did he beat Huang? Like, because he beat Huang, looked like effortlessly, for what I know. I mean, I can't tell because I haven't seen him since the fight, but Huang was pretty messed up, and it don't look like he really got too many good shots in edgewise because the city was done. So, and this is what happens, and told that this could happen when S ranks go at it with each other. So, if you think that this is on this caliber, wait till we have everybody coming in. So, not only freaking, Huang, but freaking Jin-Woo and stuff scrapping off with his levels. And, I'm pretty sure Jin-Woo is getting there above, he's probably going to be SS tier at some point. Like, it's going to ramp up. So, speaking of ramping up, make sure that you stay with us because we're going to keep covering this as we ramp up all the way through this season. Make sure you hit that lovely red subscribe button. Again, I'm excited about this show. This is absolutely fantastic. We got a lot of great anime coming out this year, but this one right now for me is taking the cake. And I mean, storytelling is spot on. So let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think is going to happen next? Who do you think is going to fight next? Is anybody going to, suffer? Is Jin-Woo going to be, he's going to be able to maintain his relationships? Because, hey, if Huang is coming for him and now he's even more mad because, his dad just beat Huang, is Huang going to do some drastic stuff and, like, come for friends and family again? Come for Jin-Ho, Juhi, like, Park, like, is he going to start coming for people? We got to figure all this stuff out. But anyway, that's all I got for this one. I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.